Welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me. As you know, this is Getchell Family Reptiles YouTube channel, and today is our introduction. So, I'm going to tell you exactly what to expect from this channel, exactly what to expect from me, and what my vision is for the future. So stay tuned. Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. As I said in the introduction, I'm about to introduce myself and tell you about my wonderful vision for this YouTube channel and how we're going to proceed forward. So, my name is Patrick Getchell. I am the head man around Getchell Family Reptiles. I'm doing this with my family, my daughter Sarah, my wife Teresa, and my son Hunter. We are all going to be involved in this channel, in this the business. We're going to be opening up a reptile, what we call a reptile adoption center, not a pet shop, and a supply store here in Dallas to cater to customers in this area. Eventually open a website, go nationwide, and really try to build on customer service, information. We want everybody to be armed with the correct information to know how to take care of their reptile. Even going to offer setup and delivery and custom enclosures, the whole 9 yards eventually. But right now, we're starting off with the YouTube channel, and I really want this to be about information, correct information, and not really getting into who's right, who's wrong. You know, there's some really controversial subjects around the internet right now concerning reptiles. You know, whether a rack system for a snake or a glass enclosure or many other things that are just really heated debates. And it shouldn't be, because honestly, they both work. Honestly, it doesn't matter. If you can keep your reptile and your reptile is happy and healthy, then you're doing it right. So there's going to be a lot of information coming onto this channel that's going to be about how to keep reptiles happy and healthy, care requirements, really what you need to know to be successful as a reptile keeper. In the reptile world, there's a lot of different stuff you need to know. Reptiles are not easy to take care of, and there's so many channels out there I know that talk about reptile care and how to care for your reptiles, but I want this one to be different. And by that I mean I am not going to be coming to you as a know-it-all, because I'm not. I'm a very recent person in the reptile industry. I just started out owning reptiles about 3 months ago when I got my bearded dragon Jumper. And he is absolutely the most wonderful member of my family. He really is. He's so sweet, and I fell in love with him instantly. And that's where this channel comes from. This channel comes from love. And not just love for reptiles, but love for my reptiles and love for the reptile, I guess you could call it, hobby in general. I don't consider myself a hobbyist, because that just brings up visions to me of somebody who is collecting a bunch of reptiles just for the sake of having unusual reptiles, and they're not really focused on love and care of each individual reptile. That's not where I come from. I come from a place of I adore my reptiles, to the point where I get worried if just one tiny little thing is off. When I got Jumper, I didn't know anything, and the problem I ran into at first is I got some really bad advice, and it really wasn't the person's fault. You know, they probably didn't know any better. You know, but I want to arm everybody out there with information, correct information. And I think that every reptile keeper can learn, even even those who've been doing it for 30 years are still learning. Um, you know, shout out to Brian Barczyk and his channel. This is kind of where I learned this approach, because Brian is always learning, and he admits that he's always learning, even though he's been breeding snakes and dealing with reptiles for 30 plus years. He's still learning, and I think every one of us can keep learning, and I want to learn and grow with you guys. I want to bring you content that is going to educate you. It's going to reinvigorate your love for reptiles. It's going to show you exactly how to care for your reptiles, but not necessarily from a physical care standpoint, but from a love standpoint, because I believe that love is the component that is most essential in taking care of any pet. So there's going to be a lot of information on this channel, be it for my reptiles that I'm interested in, that I'm learning about. You guys are going to come along with me on my journey of learning how to do this. So stick with me, and we're going to learn together. And I want you to really pay close attention to each of my videos, and really, I want my love for reptiles to just invigorate you and generate that same love in you, because at the end of the day, we're all reptile keepers, we're all reptile lovers, and that's why we're here. That's why you're here watching this channel, because you're interested in reptiles. You couldn't have found it otherwise. So we're going to go on this journey together, and later on, as I start to build my business, as I start to build the store, put enclosures in, I'm going to take you along on that journey as well. What we're going to do is we're going to do a weekly video, weekly content every Sunday morning. I'm going to be uploading a new video every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. You're going to have a new video from me, or my wife, or my daughter. One of us is going to upload a video every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. And y'all are going to get to come along on a weekly basis and see what we learned that week, and learn some stuff yourselves, and just have some fun. So I'll be bringing you next week. I'll be bringing you my little baby Jumper. I'm going to introduce you to Jumper and show you his little chunky, fat little body. He's a little piggy. He loves to eat. He's very happy, very healthy. So I'm going to bring him to you next Sunday. We're going to talk about bearded dragons, and so definitely come back for that. Do me a favor, guys. Go ahead and swipe on that like button, hit that subscribe button, and be ready next week when I upload my first video with my bearded dragon Jumper. And come along and enjoy the ride with me and absorb my love for reptiles, because we're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be some funny moments. There's going to be some serious moments, but we're going to go on this journey together. So stay tuned. I will see you next week.